EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go! 10-2 soft.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Shoot! Watch it.
Throwing on first down. Perry. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Hey, Foxtrot.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks, and here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Tight end to the right, move.
Hey, Charlie. Hey.
26 Mike. Let's get it together.
On 3rd down, Marshall. Over the middle, complete. That's Curtis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 51.
Hey, 22 jump bombers. 22 jump.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Hey, Delta.
We got 4. We got 4. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Look at me. Zipper.
Switch.
Get it.
Back to throw. Marshall. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They run for it with Carson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Down. 18 Gator. Go. 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 Go.
Looking to throw. Marshall. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check 24. Check 24.
Yep. Shoot.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Check 26.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, dude.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go, Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think a good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 22, Mike 22. You.
Back to throw. Marshall. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Curtis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
70.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 50. Plant. Yeah.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Let's go. 8 read. Hey.
At the Ravens' 49-yard line.
Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 22, Mike 22. Okay, double.
Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Marshall going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Buddy up. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. That's it. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Jackson. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Not today, you are. Jim, come on. Check.
Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw again is Jackson. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Ready? 10-2, sir. Smooth.
Like 22, like 22.
Go.
Looking to throw. Marshall over the middle, complete. It's Curtis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Back to throw. Marshall. They'll run the screen with Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 10 over. Hey, Orban. Look at me. Zipper. You draw 4th. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Marshall. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Delta.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Buying time to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides try.
And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He sets up the screen to Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Let him know, let him know.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Buchanan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
You got it.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready. AT Gator. Night, sweetheart.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 89 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, Eckler. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 61. Matchbox lights.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Sponge, no, watch the ship. Echo, watch the ship, watch the ship. Mike's 50. Oh, yes.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. Jackson. Jones has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jones. "34 yards there and a first down." So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Number 82, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
No, go. Watch the action.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. We thought we might have a good close game, and we did. Really came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that wrote an ending.
That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no payoff for them. Right now, they're probably in their locker room trying to comfort themselves with, the clock just ran out on us. We were right there.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
base bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in it. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals.
I ain't working that much.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, defense. See what we can do.
Here we go. Set. Now look. Save it. It's just me and you. Okay? 47.
On first and 10, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 74 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The underdog here showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 26.
55. Out. Kill. 43 is the mic.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
You just fix your audible. Yeah, you just put your audible. You got to be a pass. You can put your pass and run in now.
Easy, opposite.
Yeah.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What you got? You're good. Hey, ball, ready. Level. Bravo.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Breeze on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up 4th.
Check.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Get there.
To throw on second and 10. Murray. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Yeah, but it pushed you back to the 40-yard line.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
Switch it.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Murray and company going for it on 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
I was about to say, bro.
This is
He threw that more than one
The
foot.
Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back.
You need to tighten up, Eli. I'm going to have to put Marshawn on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, now loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Breeze finding Kamara and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Hassan Reddick coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back, got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. On 3rd down, Johnson taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 36 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of if you get it back to the 2nd level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
We play off the wing. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Running with Kamara. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. 23 yards on the play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in. Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Defense wins championships, baby. Patch it. Patch it. Switch, switch. Hey, easy. 5-1.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 5-9. 43. Check. 43. We go 21. 21.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Here we go.
Here we go with Kamara. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot, you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 5 now. Murray.
Go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Tackle that more.
Come on now, let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Murray trying again after the pick six. David Johnson here on the catch. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's going to float this one. A battle for it, it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
Picked off by
That's locked down, boy.
And his guys have got
play
back in the
recognition
closing
so good.
stages of the first half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what...
And now
AK-47. AK-47. He gone. Let's go, boy. That's a hell of a run, boy.
Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Hey, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Hey, come
and
on.
all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Right,
what's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
My fault, Mike.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4.
After the turnover, here's Murray.
That's holding, bro. Come on, man.
Throw caught here by Bird.
Let him go, man.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 54 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Alpha.
At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn.
Oh, boy.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mike, hey, easy. Check 55, Mike.
On 1st down, Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check safety, check safety. Over. Check. Watch out. Sammy. Hey, kill. Alert 3, Under. Alert 3. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down. Turn it up. Kill.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Kill.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara.
No, you tired, boy. Get in there,
he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A run. It's Murray.
Go big boy.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They go with Murray again.
Oh, big boy.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they have taken the lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Good tackle.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 24 is the mic. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Shit, man, hold it, Cam Jordan, man.
It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a foot race. The 20.
That's all right.
And
He got
he'll take this
over.
one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Take you out. Let's go. Let's go to work.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Breeze now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time.
They'll
need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
In this game, boy.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A busy night continues for Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
21. Check.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, kill. Here you go. Big ass. 58 to Mike. Hey, easy. 58 to Mike. We got it.
To throw is Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Good job,
the Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check. You got tight right there. Check.
Kamara trying again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's in for
the game, boy.
And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it?
I like that, bro.
Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
It ain't over to the fair lady same, but
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Good old boy.
Picked off by Eli Apple. And it is going to seal this victory as time runs out. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Pilot, 64, weak. Here we go.
Now Kamara. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On the ground, this is Kamara. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. They run with Murray. And an alley to run. Latavius Murray, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Let's go, Larry. 24's the Mike.
Hey, high 7. Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Come on, guys. We got this. Ready? Got a lady? Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Hey, easy. Check it backer. Check it backer.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room.
Hey, easy. Here we go. Here we go. That's me. Hey, kill.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready. We're waiting. Opposite.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze on the check down. He finds Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Still kill. Hey, shoot. Hey, easy. 12. Hey, easy.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21.
On the ground, Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Breeze now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Murray. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check.
15-yard line.
Hey, easy. Switch.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Kill. Easy, opposite. Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Breeze. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50, the ball's in the air, defenders...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check. Hey, let go. You don't know no better. 24 is the light. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, Alabama.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Nothing's ever simple about scoring on defense, but everything came together on that play. A terrific read, an interception, and they took it to the house.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
24 is the mark. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go.
Hey, Wolf. Hey, 66.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 45 yards. On 1st down, Brady to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Again, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, GG's homeboy. You tried. Sorry, Patriots.
Honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming from the top.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Now Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He was brought down by Von Bell. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Boone. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
No score after one on EA Sports. Running for it, here's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go, let's go.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Jump, X3, 218, jump.
Running with Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
80 weapons. Hey, wahoo. Check. Fresno. Under 10, 10.
Prince and X, bro.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ready, 95-56. Kill. Check.
It's third and 7.
Bravo.
Now Breeze on third down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is Murray. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Good.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, Murray. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
13, 5.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Breeze now. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want to offer mine. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now Breeze. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Hey, Alpha.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
36. Hey, high 7.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He'll let it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Check, easy.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Sammy. 54. Under. Check 3. Check 3.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Xavier Rhodes.
Do what you do, homeboy. There ain't nothing to blow me out. I want to just that word you just said. I want you to make sure you do it. If you don't, you ain't the man of your word. I like when people. Yeah. Yeah. I like when people talk. That's what I do. I love when they talk. Yeah. I want you to stay here the whole game.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
He's going to blow me up. Oh, man. Go get it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Don't be so quick to talk, bro.
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly.
I want you here.
That's what they were thinking about.
Yeah, all that talk, I want you here.
Lower than the offensive lineman.
Getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, nobody get 100 yards for this game. Better recognize, bro.
Fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Don't play with me, bro.
Nowhere
Don't play with me, bro. That's Cameron Jordan. He's going to eat.
Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
12.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo.
Don't play with me, dog. Don't play with me, dog. Get that pick, Ricky. Get that pick, Ricky. Let's go. Youngest secondary in the league. Let's show this boy. I want to talk noise, man. I think it's going to be a blowout.
That's a
got
nice
another
job
thing coming, boy.
Get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now Brees finding Kamara.
Get off me, Rick. Get off me. I got 10 yards. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean, boy?
Good for his Saints. First down.
Boy? Man, whatever, bro.
1st and 10, here's Brees.
Man, whatever, bro. I ain't listening to you, boy.
He's got his
Throw defense up. Throw defense up. Blowout.
And he works it
Blowout.
the
Garbage
30,
ass offense
to
you
the
got, boy.
25. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Yeah.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin.
I got yours. I got yours. I ain't lose yours. You have no rushing yards. You have no rushing yards. You shut up. Play your game, boy. Get off the mic. You can't go up, Mike. Kill who? That's Mike Thomas, boy.
Interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Well, you can't go up, Mike. You better go to his Twitter page, boy.
Ready? Yellow lady. Kill.
Hey, exit. 61. Matchbox. Mike.
Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun. It's Brees.
Swiss Army knife. Swiss Army knife.
Stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring
Swiss
up
Army
2nd
knife.
and goal
Can't go
after the
him
gain
either.
of 5.
I can put him anywhere. Swiss Army knife, baby. Tough Tyson. Tough Tyson.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Touchdown.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
Get off me, bro. We perfect right here. We 5 for 5.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
We
Back
5
at
for
the
5
6.
right now. Perfect. Ha ha. You seem funny, boy. You seem funny, boy.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Brees now on 3rd and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
It don't matter.
The 49ers now going to use the
plus
first
3
of
right
their
now. It
timeouts.
don't matter. You gotta
Two
turn
remaining
over.
as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints with a football
what
here
it
to
is.
begin
They winning
quarter
for me.
number 2. They are,
You didn't
however,
score.
facing a 4th down
So what's your point?
situation.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'll take my points. Well, your defense need to get on y'all. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Are going to take a 3-0 lead.
No, it don't.
So still no touchdowns in the first half.
You just say you're going to blow me out. You didn't even scope.
With the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game.
Talk too much, man. Put some soap in your mouth. Clean it up.
And if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there. And then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From midfield, here's Garoppolo.
And
he fires one that's intercepted.
Give me that pick, bitch. Now that's defense, boy.
With a pick. And his guys
two possessions,
take over at
2
the
picks.
20.
Dummy.
How many of y'all came to win?
On the news, what I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's.